What is up, everyone? I just quickly want to let you guys know that I still do sessions and stream it almost every day. The demand is higher than usual, so if you want to find out about the current price, then please come by my Twitch channel, as all the information is there and updated, since the prices can go up and down. And of course, these sessions are for any player level, any character, any matchup, VOD reviews, mentality sessions, and anything else. If you're interested to get better at Smash, then please join the Discord link below and DM me for more information. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like and a comment. Enjoy the video. Zelda, the reincarnation of goddess Hylia and the bearer of Triforce of Wisdom. According to legend, she fights with magic tricks and badass lightning kicks. She's less of a zoner and more of a trap-based bait-and-punish character. She'll primarily focus on controlling space by setting up her Phantom, provoking the opponent to approach with limitations, or attempt to trap players who choose not to approach, assuming she's in control of the middle stage. She does also have a decent aggressive game with burst options, quick anti-airs, and lightning fast out of shield options. As for her weaknesses, she's also a floaty lightweight with generally poor mobility, so once she's in trouble, she'll have a bit of a hard time landing or getting back from the ledge. Zelda's neutral, and how she uses Phantom is mostly dependent on her positioning on stage and the distance between her and the opponent. Pressing down B once will have Zelda charge the Phantom, and pressing the B button again lets you launch the Phantom. There are 6 stages to her Phantom, and from the moment you start charging, it'll take roughly 1 second till you reach stage 6 and Zelda can start shielding. Stage 1 is a low-ranged and weak kick. Stage 2 is a punch, Stage 3 is a quick slash, Stage 4 is an overhead slash, Stage 5 is an underhand swing, and Stage 6 is essentially when Zelda can start moving and do anything, while the Phantom will take roughly a second before it rushes forward with an underhand swing. Zelda can, however, decide to unleash the Phantom earlier during Phase 6 by pressing down B again, which is mostly a timing mix-up against opponents on the ledge. The kick will mostly be punishable against shield, and its only decent use is at really high percents for a tech chase. The punch is decent, and if spaced right, will more than likely not get punished against shield. The quick slash is where it will start being safe against shield, and it's really good for its range and speed. The overhead slash is where the range will really start coming into play, as well as it'll start hitting opponents hanging at the ledge. This slash will be the Phantom's fastest anti-air, as well as it'll also launch opponents at a really low angle, which will reliably set up into immediate dense fire pressure or Zelda going off stage. Both the overhead slash and quick slash will set up for tech chasing at starting percents. Above that, it'll just launch opponents. But then the punch will set up into tech situations instead. Once the helmet is on, you can release the underhand slash, which will also punish hanging opponents and ledge jumps, since it's huge. Keep in mind that this is a small window where you could potentially jump in against Zelda, as you won't get anti-aired by the overhead slash anymore, as the underhand slash will only anti-air at the end. But once Zelda is able to move, it'll most likely be way too late to try jumping in against Zelda, since not only can she easily step away and punish it with grabs or tilts, anti-air you directly herself, use Nehru's love to deny your approaches and set up into tech situation, but she'll also hard punish you for freezing up and shielding by grabbing you or even breaking your shield. If you decide to jump away to distance yourself from the Phantom and Zelda knows, she might try to snipe you with dense fire for shield pressure or anti-air. This is something that can combo as well if the Phantom ends up hitting you. Keep in mind that all the Phantom charges except the first one will push the opponent. So if you're looking to roll past the Phantom or get behind Zelda, you'll more than likely get pushed and hit anyway, unless you perfectly time your roll in. In fact, blocking any kind of Phantom charge and rolling towards Zelda is generally a bad idea. The Phantom will also generally protect Zelda by somewhat body blocking. You won't be able to dash towards or short hop towards Zelda without the Phantom pushing you out a bit and slowing you down. It may not be much, but it's enough to give Zelda the time she needs to try reacting to you. This also means that using aerials out of shield will allow Zelda to hard punish you as well, since you get put into lag hitting the Phantom while also being pushed out a bit. This can work really well against a few recoveries too that don't snap the ledge, since it might push them away. The Phantom can be reflected. Most of the time this is a losing battle or nothing will happen. So it's typically better to just bait the counter and punish it. If at any point Zelda gets hit with anything before the Phantom gets launched, the Phantom will get destroyed and it'll take a second before she can summon another one. A really hard to execute trick that Zelda can do is displacing the Phantom, mostly for the purpose of blocking projectiles while charging it up. Essentially, you'll want to dash back, turn around, and jump backwards. Then release the jump button before she jumps and quickly press down B before she jumps as well. Basically, you'll need to summon the Phantom during your short hop jump squat frames. If you keep holding jump, the Phantom won't displace. Remapping your X button to special can make it easier, as essentially you'll want to flick your thumb from Y to X really quickly. Of course, you can also displace the Phantom forwards if you want to as well. The Phantom can also be displaced when you run off a ledge, or if you drop through a platform and immediately press down B. All of these can be used for different mix-ups and setups. Or just go off stage with it as a mix-up. So, once you're standing in the opponent's burst range, it can be pretty risky to charge the Phantom from this range because it'll require roughly a second to set up and because the opponent might already be committing to a full hop in, and in a majority of matchups, the Phantom won't be too great in neutral and should instead be kept for ledge trapping only. She could, of course, short hop or full hop back while pressing down B diagonally down towards the opponent, but to keep depending on the Phantom won't work. Thus, it'll be really important for you to understand the neutral that she can play to combat the opponent and instead take advantage of them trying to prevent you from summoning the Phantom to begin with. If the Phantom seems to not be effective in neutral and you keep going for it, then you'll more than likely only end up suffocating your own play more than theirs. Meaning you should rarely use it in neutral and instead only summon it if you sense a retreat while controlling the middle stage. Obviously, you can always use her incredibly quick dash attack, dash kick, or dash grab as an aggressive mix-up. Or if you want to remain slightly less committal, dash in and space forward tilt, down tilt, or reverse up tilt, which are safe against shield if spaced. These obviously also work to try keeping an opponent out from dashing into you as well, which is where jab or forward smash could also be used for interceptions, as well as dash away, forward smash, dash away tilts, short hop back and land kicks, or pivot grab. Be careful though, as they can easily be jumped over and punished. This is why it'll be equally as important to mix up between using a burst option towards the opponent, retreating to try zoning them out with tilts or pivot grabs, as well as anti-air opponents with either a short hop neutral air, full hop neutral air, short hop landed up air, and up tilt to catch aggressive landings. As the only other mix-ups you'll have is to shield and punish if it's possible, preemptively use Neighbor's Love to deny predictable approaches, or try to jump and approach with your low-landed kicks to try hitting an opponent or at least deal good shield damage. Her low-landed and spaced forward air, back air, and even down air will be really safe against shield, and will allow you to shield right after and punish, as well as she could also use any other kind of mix-up as well. A slight problem is that even though this is effective, it is a pretty slow and obvious approach because of how floaty she is, which is why sometimes you might get anti-aired before approaching. This is where mix-ups such as a delayed and landed neutral air or even Nehru's Love can be used to throw off the opponent's timing. Just keep in mind that if you overthink things and hit a shield, you're more than likely gonna get punished pretty hard. Obviously, you could always try to anti-air full hops with your kicks, but it's really hard as the sweet spot is only active for one frame with a tiny hitbox, and unfortunately hitting the sour spot until high percents might get you punished. Anti-airing jumps with full hop down air can also work, but it'll only be worth it if you have a Phantom setup. If they don't jump or roll and keep shielding, it might break their shield. She could also full hop with Neighbor's Love as an anti-air mix-up. Typically, the most effective and non-committal anti-airs are full hop neutral air and short hop up air. The landing up air has so little lag and such a large hitbox and deals so much damage that it can be incredibly scary to jump in against her. At the same time, her burst options are so quick that not jumping in against her is equally as rough to play against. The up air is safe against shield, typically safe if whiffed, and will let you do a ton of mix-ups right after too, aggressive and defensive. Land and jab, land and dash attack, land and shield, land and dash away into options, and so on. It's also brutal for platform pressure if landed with, since it'll combo into another up air or anti-air. And if there's a threat of a third up air, they'll most likely spend their double jump, and Zelda will now have an amazing landing trap game with up airs and dash attack. You could also try to call out opponents with a jump Furor's Wind if you think they'll try to mash aerials or not press an option at all. On top of this, hit her shield wrong even once and she'll punish you hard with her incredibly fast and powerful out of shield options. And if you can find parries, it will complement her game plan so much more. Furor's Wind is her fastest out of shield option and can kill very early. Just keep in mind that the opponent can DI to the left or right, in which case you'll want to try reacting and aim it very slightly to the left or right. Now once all of this is mastered, it'll also benefit you to use Furor's Wind in neutral from time to time, especially for punishing players who tend to mash projectiles from a distance, potentially catching landings once they try escaping a setup, read missed techs, or if you sense them dashing away. If you want to get crazy, you could also choose to read jumps with it. Just be careful since this move is highly committal. Either way, depending on how you win neutral, you can either deal a massive amount of damage, kill at mid-percents, or just get something without a follow-up and immediately try aiming for catching landings, or set up for your Phantom if they get launched far enough and the Phantom is placed just right to cover the rest of the stage. Dash Jab can be a good punish at high percents as it'll connect into down smash, or you can just Rapid Jab for simple damage and launch the opponent away. Down tilt is very safe against shield and is mostly there to try provoking commitments from the opponent, so using down tilt to attack, down tilt to shield, or down tilt to dash is super important. Down tilt can potentially combo into a dash attack or dash grab mix-up, and then later into forward air. Preemptive DI away, however, will let them avoid the kick. Up tilt will be your main way of catching rolls and spot dodges, and will reliably combo into itself, an up smash, or aerial. The back hit will provide way better combos however, as it can lead into any of your kicks at almost any percent, as well as up air which can end up killing. Around mid percents where back air or up air won't kill, you can instead jump and use Furor's Wind for kills as long as you aim it right. The front hit can also connect into up air, especially if you jump double jump up air which can steal their double jump and put them in a lot of trouble. Dash attack won't combo, but there is a sour spot at the end of the move that will launch them close enough at low percents for a follow-up dash attack or forward air which can force jumps, allowing you to read their jumps and anti-air. It's amazing at catching landings and whiff punishing as well as it'll kill at higher percents. This will be the case for forward tilt as well, killing extremely early if you space it and hit the sweet spot. Neutral air can technically lead into combos when it's buffered or slightly delayed, but the opponent will most likely DI away, or potentially get launched behind you if you drifted too far in, which won't really allow for combos. You could however only hit one hit of neutral air and connect it into up tilt or aerials. The only realistic time you'll get this is after a full hop rising aerial. Down air is Zelda's safest shield pressure aerial and will combo into literally anything depending on what percent you hit the move as long as you land it low. also be the ideal aerial to go off stage with together with neutral air, since even if you hit the sour spot of down air off stage, you'll still send them down for more attempts to spike. Down throw is another combo starter for Zelda. At starting percent, you'll want to mix up your DI to make it harder on her to connect back air. This way, she might just opt for neutral air as it'll be easier to connect. If you DI behind her, you'll start avoiding her combos at higher percents. No DI or DI away from her and you'll get launched above her while she can now kill you with up air at high percents, and at mid percents, she can even try getting Aurora's Wind, meaning you'll have to read their DI twice. Otherwise, back throw will start killing around 130 at the ledge, and up throw will start killing around 150. Forward throw can set up for a phantom or edge guards. You could of course try sniping them with dense fire, but it'll more than likely only force an air dodge out of the opponent or a double jump. Zelda's disadvantage is pretty bad because of how slow she falls, and while there is the option of combo breaking with Neighbor's Love and kicks, it'll still be something that might get her punished even harder for trying. Most of the time, she'll want to double jump and try getting to the ledge, or double jump in with either fast fall neutral air dodge, Neighbor's Love B reverse mix-ups, or any kind of other aggressive mix-up. And even if she gets punished for double jumping, her recovery will typically be good enough to make it back to the ledge anyway. The ideal recoveries would be to angle it down or diagonally down towards the ledge, and then release the control stick just before she appears, to try avoiding a 2-frame. Or recover upwards from below and then hold down on the control stick just before she appears to make it even harder on the opponents trying to 2-frame you, since you'll be able to hit them with a huge hitbox. Even better is if she has the space to set up her phantom just before recovering, as it'll help her tremendously in getting back from the ledge. Be careful however, as if the opponent expects this, you could very likely die setting it up. This could also be set up after taking a stock. If she grabs the ledge without the phantom's help, it'll be crucial for you to know your options to try your best getting around the opponent's ledge trapping, as it can be pretty hard. Some of her mix-ups could be double jumping in and using either her kicks low against shield, neutral air to cross up a shield, or Neighbor's Love as a mix-up. There is potential for a rare teleport mix-up, but it'll most likely get hard punished if predicted. She could try to make it even harder on you by double jumping in with the first hit of teleport. Otherwise, she could also use ledge jump aerials to catch jumps, or ledge jump Neighbor's Love with or without B reversing it for mix-ups as well. She could also ledge jump while holding back and charge the phantom, then double jump in aggressively with backup. Either way, it can be hard for Zelda to make it back, and especially getting out of the corner. To compensate for this, in return, Zelda will have a very nasty ledge trapping game herself. In fact, it'll be her best situation and where Phantom will be painful to play against. Spacing this from the proper distance will be the first step, and then you can choose to launch the Phantom once the overhead slash is ready, and anything beyond that at any time, as it can always punish a 2-frame. And if you've had time to set her up as Zelda is able to move, you'll be able to 2-frame even better. If it's too late to 2-frame and you can move with Zelda, you could always try to dash in to pressure the ledge stall with down tilt, or more reliably, down smash. There is also the mix-up of standing at a very specific spot on the stage and teleport towards them while edge cancelling the teleport, which also will help with 2-framing or breaking shields if they regular get up. For more details on teleport cancelling, check out the videos in the description. Anyway, the ledge trap is of course timing based, since it depends on when Zelda set up the Phantom. Hanging at the ledge and waiting won't be smart sometimes, as Zelda could always release earlier than you'd expect. And so most of the time, this can force you to play a bit of a rock, paper, scissors game against her. Try using regular get up, ledge roll, or ledge jump early to try getting around the Phantom. In which case, Zelda can try grabbing your regular get up, smash it, or try breaking it with kicks. Against ledge rolls, she can try covering it with anything as well, such as Neighbor's Love, Aurora's Wind, grabs, down air, or call it out with a smash attack as well. If they jump early, Zelda will either try to call it out with full hop neutral air, up airs, or down air. The roll and the ledge jump will typically be the most important options to try covering, as if they regular get up and shield, they might still go for a roll or a jump right after. And even if you tried covering roll or covering jump and they stayed at the corner, Zelda will still be able to make a play to try resetting the situation for another round. She can also try to stand at the perfect position to cover literally every option with good timing against a lot of the cast. Combine this with the Phantom and some characters have to just pray they time things right. Either way, for any character, a slightly mistimed option in any scenario and the Phantom will back you up, as not only does the Phantom cover all the options, but it's especially scary when Zelda also knows how to unleash it with different timing mix-ups, and either go off stage or set up for an immediate Phantom again. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to support my work, you can always go to my Patreon and help me out there. And to all my Patreons, thank you so much for all the support. And come by my Twitch if you ever want to see me live. I stream almost every day from 3 PM to 9 PM EST. Anyways, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.